When my brother vanished in Black Hollow Forest, I thought it was the coyotes. That's what the police said. But coyotes don't leave behind slime. And they don't whisper your name from the shadows, long after they've taken you. Black Hollow wasn't on any real map. Just a chunk of woods between two dying towns, dense with pines that always dripped, even in drought. Locals called it cursed. My brother, Danny, thought that was hilarious. He went in with a GoPro and 2 flashlights. Never came back. They found his pack 3 days later, drenched in some thick, clear mucus. No blood. No prints. Just slime. I waited a year before I went in. I needed closure. Or revenge. I brought salt, a hunting knife, and a camera with night vision. I told myself it was for documentation. Truth is, I didn't plan to make it back out. I crossed into Black Hollow at dusk. Immediately, the air felt wrong, wet and sour, like something had been rotting for centuries beneath the moss. And then I saw them. Not clearly. Just glimpses, long, slick limbs sliding between trees, and bulbous, wet eyes that reflected the moonlight like mirrors. I heard a squelch behind me, like someone stepping into mud. I spun around. Nothing. But the trees were dripping something thicker than rain. It oozed down the trunks and hissed when it hit the forest floor. Then a whisper. Not words, but my name. Drawn out. Wet. Lee Da-dun. I ran. Branches whipped my face. The whisper followed, echoing. Wet breath behind my ear. Something grazed my neck, a cold, gelatinous finger. I turned the camera back, frame by frame. There it was, a gray, eyeless creature, skin pulsing like it was breathing through its pores, slithering down a tree. I found a clearing lit by the moon. In the center, a mound, covered in that same thick slime. I thought it was a rock. Then it moved. It pulsed. Groaned. And split open. Inside were bones. Human bones. Ribs, skulls, hands still wearing rings. All pickled and wet. I stumbled back. And that's when I saw his watch. Danny's watch. Still ticking. Wrapped around a bone arm. I dropped to my knees and screamed. That scream woke them. They rose from the earth like maggots surfacing after rain. Tall, sinewy things, with translucent skin that twitched as if something was swimming beneath it. No eyes. Just mouths, long, vertical slits dripping slime. They moved without sound. No footsteps. Just squelching and a thick slither, like raw meat dragged across stone. One crouched in front of me. I couldn't breathe. It sniffed me, with its neck. And then, in a voice like water gurgling down a drain, it said, "You came back wrong." I blacked out. When I woke up, I wasn't in the clearing. I was in a cocoon of slime, hanging from a tree like a wet sack. I could see the forest floor through the translucent membrane, hundreds of those things, dancing in slow, twitching circles. They were dragging something toward a pit. Something still moving. It was me. Another me. Same clothes. Same face. But, it wasn't breathing. That's when I understood. They didn't eat you. They replicated you. I tore through the cocoon with my knife, dropped onto the mud below. The things didn't chase me. They didn't need to. My double looked up from the pit and smiled. I ran until the trees opened and the slime stopped falling. Until the air smelled like pine again. I made it out. But no one believed me. Not until I watched the footage. The thing that crawled from the cocoon wasn't me. It had my face. But in every frame, it never blinked.